Tourism can change natural areas significantly, altering the environment as more people visit and new facilities are built to support them. While tourism can boost local economies, it often leads to heavy development in small coastal areas. This can put pressure on the very environment that attracts visitors in the first place, such as beaches, coral reefs, and untouched ecosystems. South Caicos, in the Turks and Caicos Islands, is known for its pristine, untouched nature. Historically, South Caicos has primarily relied on small-scale fishing for economic activity. However, as profitability has declined due to overfishing, the island is undergoing a rapid transition from a fishery-based to tourism-based economy. This has the potential to damage its fragile marine and coastal ecosystems, both vital to the island and what draws tourists to the island in the first place.
Ecosystem economic valuation is the process of assigning a dollar value to benefits derived by the natural ecosystem, such as food, tourism, and protection from storms. Our study aims to estimate the value of ecosystem services in East Bay and Jerry Camp in South Caicos. These valuations and assessments will enable data-driven policy decisions that balance conservation with sustainable development in South Caicos, assessing possible long-term threats to the natural environment, community, and tourism industry if left unchecked.
The sites we chose to study were East Bay and Jerry Camp, based on their ecological, cultural, and recreational importance as habitats in South Caicos. Their recent increase in tourism activities over the past few decades further highlights their role as key cultural and recreational resources for South Caicos.
To calculate dollar estimates for these ecosystems, we used a framework called total economic valuation. Total economic valuation measures natural resources based on three types of values: direct use value, indirect use value, and non-use value. Direct use values are estimated from the direct use or interaction with the habitats, resources, and services. Tourism and recreation are examples of direct use values. Indirect use values consist of the indirect support and protection provided by the habitat's natural functions or regulatory services. For example, fish nurseries and breeding grounds are essential habitats that support the entire food chain. Non-use values are characterized by cultural, aesthetic, and spiritual or religious values. While there are many approaches to calculating the total economic valuation, the three approaches we used were the benefit transfer method, stated preference surveys, and the travel cost method.
We began our study using the benefit transfer approach, which estimates the economic value of ecosystem services by applying data from existing studies to a new location with similar environmental features. To start off this process, we measured seagrass, algae, reef fish, invertebrates, and coral abundance using visual assessments via snorkel surveys. We also used aerial drone surveys to estimate the abundance of larger animals like sharks, rays, and turtles. Once we got these visual abundance estimates, we found sites with similar features and areas surveyed and calculated the monetary value of each habitat type.
Next, we conducted stated preference surveys which directly asked people how much money they would be willing to pay to conserve the natural environment as it is. We asked locals in the South Caicos community what they would hypothetically pay each year to preserve East Bay and Jerry Camp. This allowed us to get first-hand accounts of both sites' direct use, indirect use, and non-use values from community members with a diverse range of occupations and interaction with our study sites.
Finally, we use the travel cost method, which reveals the price of ecosystems based on people's willingness to pay to access a site or use it recreationally. We combined the tourism activities offered at East Bay and Jerry Camp and their associated prices via tourism resort websites and concierge desks. Once we got these values, we estimated the annual revenue of each activity offered that directly interacts with our study sites. This ties back to the direct use values within the total economic valuation.
The overall total economic valuation calculated from the combined methods was $6,195,237 per year for East Bay, compared to $17,327,428 per year for Jerry Camp.
These findings show just how valuable healthy ecosystems are, not only for tourism and recreation, but also for the livelihoods and well-being of the South Caicos community. Without them, the very foundation of the island's economy and way of life is at risk. As the climate crisis intensifies, small island developing states like South Caicos are on the front lines of environmental change. Rising sea levels, stronger storms, and shifting ecosystems threaten both natural habitats and human communities. This makes sustainable resource management not just important, but essential. By understanding the true economic value of ecosystems, we can make informed decisions that protect natural areas while supporting long-term development. Preserving places like East Bay and Jerry Camp isn't just about saving nature. It's about securing the future for generations to come. The path forward must balance growth with care, ensuring that the natural beauty and resources of South Caicos are protected, sustained, and shared responsibly.